All right, so Mike Tomlin is part of that competition committee. Mina, what do you make of all this with the taunting that really dominated the story in this game?
Overshadowing incredible Justin Fields' performance. It stinks. It's frustrating because there are NFL rules I don't like and points of emphasis. I mean, some of the roughing calls, they frustrate me, but at least there's logic behind them. The league is trying to protect quarterbacks. You can disagree with them, but there's logic.
Sure.
There's no logic to this. Like, I hear Tomlin and John Mara this summer citing, not wanting bad sportsmanship. But that wasn't bad sportsmanship. It wasn't a bad influence on children to have him looking at the bench. It was a bad call that changed the outcome of a game. And that's where I think this gets so problematic for the league, because you're actively making the product worse, the sport less fun and less fair, and you run the risk of alienating fans.
Let me quickly jump in here before you go, Marcus. The NFL rulebook, Section 3, Article 1, prohibited acts. Oh, you want to read it?
No,
you read it instead of me, because it might be more fun. All right, using baiting or taunting acts or words that may engender ill will between teams.
That don't mean nothing.
Come on.
Go ahead.
It's ill will before the game starts. That's number one.
You wanna beat
Number
them.
two is you can't do what Marsh did, but you can get an interception and run to the other end zone and celebrate.
And they'll put a camera
on
yeah.
you. And Aaron Rodgers can tell the crowd, I own you, and nobody says anything. Like, to your point, the policing of taunting is discretion, and that's horrible when you try to implement a rule that certain referees want to. They got referees in the NFL that want to flex. They want to be a part of the game. They want their name somewhere in the headline. And to me, when Tony bumped into Cassius Marsh and threw that flag, if you watch the little petty hand, it was personal. And that's what I don't like, man.
Yeah, I think you can't make this call subjective. If there's going to be certain rules or certain things that are officiated in this, they need to be definitive. I need to know that I can't stare at people. I need to know that I can't flex my muscles. I need to know that what I've worked my entire life to do, the thing that I've stayed up from 5 in the morning till midnight every single night, the thing that I've gotten therapy and needles stuck from my neck to my ankles, the reason I've been in cold tubs and hot tubs every single morning, and the reason I've ran through film 80 million times was so I can make that one play. And you mean to tell me on that one play, I got to calm all that down that went into this because somebody who can't do what I do, who ain't never done what I done, and don't know what this feeling is like, gets offended by it? And I wish I freaking would.
It's a good word right there. That's a good word right there.
Bye-bye.
Coming off of what you said, I try not to be this person, but this is one of those examples where it's unfair to ask somebody to be in that moment who has no idea what it's like to be in that moment. I agree that it was personal with Corrente, but they should not be asking the officials to make subjective calls because they have no idea what it's like to be in that moment and feel that type of emotion. Football's fun only when you're good at it.
Yep.
Football at its core is one-on-one.
100%.
And the best part is proving to the other guy, I just got the best of you. And if you've never done it, you don't know what it's like.
Bro, it did nothing.
I know. That's
it did
the other
nothing
thing.
to the game.
It does, well, except for this particular call
I'm saying,
on the
Cassius
other
Marsh,
side.
that did
exactly.
nothing.
The call did actually determine a lot in this game.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.